Hello, today we're going to talk about mutations. A mutation is a physical change in the DNA sequence. Sometimes it affects the phenotype or the physical trait, and sometimes it does not. And it can affect somatic cells or normal body cells, cells produced through the cell cycle, or it can do the gametes or the sex cells, the ones produced by meiosis. And it can form spontaneously, or it can be induced by a mutagen. And a mutagen is an agent that increases the mutation rate, something like X-rays, UV rays, a chemical or something. Now, there's different types of mutations. The first one is a point mutation. This occurs at one spot in the DNA. So one of the bases is replaced. Okay? This typically is a missense mutation, which is something that changes the codon, so something that does not code well. So if there's one base, it can affect the codon, which then will translate into a protein. And an example of this is sickle cell anemia. As far as sickle cell anemia goes, it results from a single substitution in the DNA that codes for the production of hemoglobin. Adenine is substituted for thymine, which causes valine to be coded for instead of glutamine. So this substitution is a problem because it produces an abnormal hemoglobin shape, which is more disc-like, and it will carry less oxygen. Okay? There also can be nonsense mutations that changes the amino acid specifying for that stop codon. All right, so this will shorten the polypeptide, which can profoundly affect the phenotype. The next one is a frame shift mutation. A frame shift mutation is the insertion or deletion of a DNA nucleotide that results in the disruption of the reading frame. And this usually does have disastrous effects. Cystic fibrosis is caused by the deletion of a single codon, and the protein can't function without that missing amino acid. And then the last one to talk about is an expanding repeat. So the number of copies of a 3-nucleotide sequence increases over several generations. And there is the last example with that myotonic dystrophy. So that is it with the different mutations. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.